know you're all talented people, but I was wondering, when you hit a slump or a period where you're not being very creative, how do you break through that?
Did everybody hear that question? When you hit a slump or a block, how do you overcome that as an artist?
I might hit a slump as far as what I'm actually putting down on the page, but as long as you're living for a living, then you're not in a slump. You might not be producing, but if you're continuing to work for the things that are bigger than what you're writing, you're working towards your outcome. I mean, as long as you are in connection with the community, working with young people, then you're still producing. It just hasn't came out yet, and so I used to worry about it. I used to say, I haven't written a poem in a month. What's going on? But I'm writing right here. I'm writing right here. Just keep living, and it's going to happen.
I do so many different things that I just turn to something else. So if I'm working, I'll write a bunch of poems, and then I'll run out of poems to write. So then I'll just memorize them, and then that takes up the time. Or I'll go review a play and put it up on my blog. I'll review a play on my blog. So I have all these different things I can plug into, and I just keep busy. Working mostly for free.
For myself, I go back to the basics of children's stories. I am a fan of Roald Dahl. I directed a production of Roald Dahl's The Witches that was at the Generic Theater a few years ago. And rediscovering what it is that really inspires me, what ticks my my curiosity. What is it that makes me want to go through the secret door, find a hidden key, and go and wonder what's around the corner, and what if you eat this cake, will it make me grow taller? Those types of elements of discovery. I think as artists we get to the place where we feel like we've discovered everything, that we've turned every stone, that we've looked under every rock, and we've opened every door. When realistically, those are just doors to other doors, and there's even greater number of doors behind that. And sometimes we feel so lost or trapped within our own ego, like what JP was saying, is that we feel like we've become the be all and end all of our craft, when realistically we're just grains of sand in this giant hourglass, and we've only uncovered one grain of it. And there's so much more to ourselves as people that we give ourselves credit for. And I think we sometimes we pigeonhole ourselves into a particular form of art or form of craft, that's all that we can do, or that we seem to have limited ourselves. But I think for myself, when I go back to the stories of, or even the mythology, like Greek mythology, those amazing stories that really inspired and gave me the drive to want to pursue creative things, what is it, about these stories that really make me want to, grow wings and fly as close to the sun as possible. And that's what continues to make me want to discover more.
It's interesting. I have a variety of things that I do when I feel that I'm stuck. But I re-engage myself. Fortunately, I have work, which at first in my career I didn't feel so. But I can engage my students. I can also redirect, or I would say, my efforts, because my work is coming from my life, but also sometimes my work is to ask questions of myself. And I think that at least I know Nathan said that you're not stuck, and I think from that perspective, yeah, I would say yes, that's correct, because there's always different avenues of enhancing or developing our creativity. I know I have specific things that I do every day that help me tap into my true self to bring out that creativity. But also when I interact with people, other people in my environment, and I learn something about them, what's going on in their lives, this help fuels my creativity. It ignites my creativity. But also my hope is that in going through that process and interacting, more time, well, I don't know if more times than not, but I'm always trying somehow to, I know at work with my students, I'm trying to engage my students to pull out their creativity. So to let them see that what they're trying to explore or project, it's within them. And so somehow, but this great thing as Nate, I think, mentioned earlier, this dialogue that people have, and dialogue really enhances, it really pulls out one's true self. And there's this old saying, I think someone said to me, when I was in grad school and trying to come up with new ideas or being in a competitive environment, someone said to me, the deeper you go within yourself, the more you will see everyone else. And so getting through blocks and things like that is just sort of redirecting my focus, not just making objects in my studio.
Just sort of something I would add to everything that everybody said. Creativity is not like a spigot that you turn on and let run. It operates in cycles. It's part of nature. And I think that in our competitive society, we're kind of expected to produce as if we're like a spigot that you don't turn off. And I resist that. I try to work with the cycles of it. And there are times when it just flows, and that's natural, but there are times when it doesn't flow, and that is also natural. It's just like the seasonal growth of a plant that grows, produces fruit, dies, and returns in the spring. So I think it has to be looked at in that way, as a cyclical, kind of natural, pulsing process.
Do you want to answer?
Yeah, I agree with what you said.
Does anybody else have a question? Yes, Tommy.
Thank you very much, all of you, for being on the panel. And you sort of touched on what I wanted to ask about, just in terms of all of us having some sense of expression within us in the form of some art. But we certainly don't realize it. All of us don't realize it. Obviously, we have. Can you just say, what's the best way for us to tap that reserve that I think I'm making a statement, but I also am asking you, this reserve that we all possess, and how do we express it? How do we find a way to express the arts that we have within us? Which, again, statement, but I'm asking you, we've met many things with artists, peacemakers, if we all found a way to express, rather than there being blood on the sidewalk, there's expression, violence in some forms.
Okay. How can every people in general able to bring that out of their life? Tap that life force, yeah. Okay, myself personally, I'm a Buddhist. I'm a practicing Buddhist, and I've been practicing for 24 years. And I've noticed, I might disagree with you a little bit on turning on the spigot. I feel like I can truly turn that spigot on, and sometimes my own thinking and my own environment may slow me down. But once I start to interact with someone, or the desire is there to help someone to develop, I find that way to really turn my spigot on, and in order to help that person turn their spigot on. But I think, just like everyone on this panel has dedicated themselves to creating art, to do this thing that really helps develop their lives, and that same passion and that same energy can be directed to other people. And there's this old saying goes back that one guy, he made a determination he was going to save the whole world. And after a while, he decided, okay, I'll just work on my country. And then after a while, he said, well, I'll work on my state, my neighborhood, my block. And then he said, well, shucks, I should just start with my household. And this process of how we can help someone, using your term, turn on the spigot, is starting with the people right next to us, right in front of us. And sometimes that's not always the easiest thing. Sometimes it's easier to go and be nice to someone else outside, not to my brother over here. I don't know if
Many times I stand up, they'll just knock me back down. I guess I can't be blamed for trying. More prison construction will be going down every day. Self-inflicted cultural suffocation. Try to send me with your harsh words. Fill me up with condescending accusation. Maybe get the gun, bring it and take it down. But it never comes to this. Does my silver t-shirt offend you more than the cameras going up on our street corners? Maybe it doesn't much bother you. The city's looking like an Orwellian freak show. Just go ahead and get moralized with bullshit. I got a little bit more than limiting myself. Just try to find her like what we want to do. So stop trying to control me. So I got a problem with authority. Get the hell off my back. 'Cause I don't want to compromise with you. So many times, too many times. Too many times. So go ahead with your moralized bullshit. I got a little bit more than I'm ever in myself. Just trust the fire, nobody would wanna. So stop trying to control me. Just go ahead with your moralized bullshit. I got a little bit more than I'm in myself. Just trust the fire, nobody would wanna. So stop trying to control me.
A work of art. This right now
I guess beyond that, I would say if there is something that you're attracted to, some kind of art that you're attracted to, try it. Try it yourself. If you like music, pick up a flute, a recorder, and just start playing something. If it's painting or drawing, do that. Even if you don't think you're any good, you might be. So there's that too, take that initiative. I wish that there were as many dance classes in school